Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Man in the White House here with a very white house behind him. It's hot. It's really hot. So, you guessed it. Today we're going to talk about the importance of staying cool, hydrated, and well fed as well during a ride. Yes, I'm an Englishman who has discovered that it does get above 30 degrees and all of a sudden wants to tell the world how to stay cool and hydrated. So, let's get straight into it. First question. How much water do you need to drink a day? Write it down in the comments. Let me know. Pause the video. Write it down. Let's see. Six glasses. What size glass? Pint glasses? No, no. Okay, so two liters. No. So there's a calculator. There's a website for this. I'll put it in the description below, and it tells you how much water you should have based on your exercise, based on your weight, based on your height, based on where you live as well. Now, I thought it was around 2.5 to 3 litres of water a day is what I needed. It's not. 3.7 litres. So, near as makes no difference, 4 litres of water a day. Now, you do get water in your food, obviously. You get it in your teas, you get it in your coffees. So, you guys need to be aiming for around, I would say, go on this calculator, but for me, it was a shock. 3.7 litres of water a day. That's a lot of water. Part of being prepared for a ride is obviously being well fed as well. You've got to make sure you're putting the right food into your body so you get the right result out of your body. Now, it's a little bit hypocritical given my mass. However, think about it. How many times have you been for a ride and the next day, 2 days, you feel groggy, you don't feel right? And what about the other way around? Some days you go for a ride and you feel fantastic. The next day you go for, next week you go for a ride, you don't feel fantastic. That's to do with what you put in your body. You start eating heavy, processed, fatty foods, you feel heavier, more processed, not as nice. You're not going to perform the same. So making sure you put in your body what you need to get out of it, it all makes sense. So the next thing is whilst you're riding. Now it's blooming hot at the moment. It is 32 degrees and it is warm, to say the least. I'm sitting in the shade actually at the moment. It's near enough midday, it's getting hot. So how much water should you drink on average per hour when you're riding? Guesses in the comments below again. Well, 500 millilitres to a litre. So half to a full litre of water every hour you're riding. Now, we're in the summer. This is the time when people are going out for epic adventures at bike parks. We're talking 5 to 6 hours worth of riding. You're talking 3 hours in the morning, nice lunch break with a good meal, and then you're hitting the trails again in the afternoon. You'll be looking at consuming up to 6 litres of water whilst you're exercising. Plus then you've got to drink afterwards and before as well. Hydration is key. Hydration is what helps you to recuperate and recover and feel like you've got more energy. You guys got to drink a hell of a lot more water than what you think. So I've actually got a crib sheet here. We're going to work on the 6-hour principle. So you're at Bike Park Wales, you're at a bike park, you're there for the full day, you want to ride it, you're getting a good session with your mates, good 6 hours in, yeah? More than doable on a day, definitely more. Think about it, 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the afternoon. That means you're starting at 9, finishing at 12, 2-hour break, you're going back at 2, you're finishing at 5. We've all ridden days like that. So if you're doing that, they recommend 60 to 90 grams of carbohydrates per hour, right? So let's just go for 75 grams. It's in the middle. 75 grams of carbohydrates per hour. 75 times 6 gives you 450 grams of carbohydrates. This is the area what you should be looking to consume whilst exercising. Now, there are an infinite amount of trail snacks out there and things we like to take along. Now, I've taken, there's a list of sort of five things, which is what I deem as the most common things I've seen on a trail. Yeah, so let's go for the first one, right? Bananas. We've all had a banana on a trail. Yeah, it's just one of those things. So for every 100 grams of banana, you get 23 grams of carbohydrates. You also get 1.1 gram of protein. Now, protein helps your muscles to rebuild and to recover and to repair after the damage of exercise. So it's always good to have a look at getting some protein in at the same time to help your body start that repair process. Let's go down to trail mix. Generic trail mix, nuts, raisins, really good. It's got complex carbohydrates in there. You've got the sugars of the fruit, the dried fruit there, which will give you that little pep straight away. You don't want to go too sugary. So for every 100 grams, you get 45 grams of carbohydrates, but you get 14 grams of protein. So that's a really good one to start building on that recovery process you need for your body. Now, Cliff Bars, we all talk about and we all love them. So for 100 gram, if you were to eat 100 grams of Cliff Bar, you would get 66 grams of carbohydrates. You would get 14 grams of protein. So that's another really good thing to have. Now, I've taken SIS, Science in Sport, gel. I'll put the link up for them. So for every 100 grams of that, you're getting 36 grams of carbohydrates, but no protein. So that's a really interesting one. No protein there. And then we've got the favourite. Who doesn't love a packet of Jelly Babies on the trail? So, Jelly Babies. For every 100 grams of Jelly Babies, you're getting 78 grams of carbohydrates and 3.5 grams of protein. Now, this all sounds like a lot of information to take in, and it is when you start thinking about how much food you should actually take with you for a 6-hour ride. I've broken it all down. You don't want to eat one thing, okay? So you don't want to eat just trail mix, because that won't give you everything you need. You need to split it up. So if you were to split it up amongst the 5, okay, you would want, on a 6-hour ride, 2 bananas, 6 gels, 250 grams of trail mix, 2 Cliff Bars, and 1 bag of Jelly Babies. And that will give you 426 grams of carbohydrates. So that's for a 6-hour ride. Now, if you were to just take one thing or the other, right, this is when it gets ridiculous. If you were just to take trail mix with you to sustain you for that 6-hour period, you'd be looking at, well, a kilo. You'd want to take a kilo of fruits or nuts and seeds with you. You'd want to take near on 2 kilos of bananas. You'd want to take in 2.5 bags of Jelly Babies, or you want to take in 10 Cliff Bars, or 20 SIS gels, Science and Sport gels. So that's not feasible. And also as well, they give off different carbohydrates, and that's the really important thing you guys need to realise. This at the moment is working for me, and I'm trying different things, but for you guys, you'll have to try different things as well. My body quite likes having bananas to start off with, and then we move on to the nuts and the Cliff Bars, the things that have like a goopy protein sort of oatiness to sort of make me feel fuller. Then we start going to more of the gels and the Jelly Babies, so the things that can be really just woomph down quickly, get it in and get going, so you're absorbing that as quickly as possible. So from the literature I've read and things like that, it does seem that you want to have like solids to start off with, and then you basically go from solid to liquid, and then that way then your body is able to absorb it quicker, and also so you don't get that horrible bloated full feeling when you're riding, which just isn't nice either. So, a little bit of a recap. Top tips: hydrate fully before riding, and I don't just mean the day before, have a couple more pints of water. It's got to be a constant thing. You've got to be thinking weeks ahead of that big ride. You've got to be thinking on it when you're training and everything like that. You want to be making sure you drink the right amount of water to hydrate your body so it can be constantly working at the right level. It's really important, especially more so with the weather we're having at the moment. Fueling. If you put rubbish fuel in your car, you're going to get a rubbish vehicle to drive. You want to put in the right foods into your body so it can do the things you want it to do. That means 5 fruit and veg a day, recommended daily allowance by the NHS, well, UK government. It means maybe having a couple of meat-free Mondays, maybe sticking, you know, not going for that burger and chips because it's the easy option. Maybe doing just a pasta with, you know, steamed veg, rice, fish. Altering your intake so you can have a better performance on your mountain bike. During the workout itself, you're looking at 75 grams on average of carbohydrates per hour. You want to make sure that that is done in a process where you're going from solids to liquid so that your body can actually get hold of it quicker and quicker. Fluid is absorbed quicker than solids, so that's the way you want to do it. Afterwards, you're going to be looking at replenishing your carbohydrate stores. 1 gram per kilogram is what they reckon. 20 to 30 grams of protein just to sort of get that repair going on your body. 45-minute window for when you really should be trying to pack in that that feed, and that's, you know, that's from your last exercise. That's not your cool down, that's not your, you know, your warm down. That is from, right, I've finished on the trails now, I need to go and eat. And even if it's a case of you're eating like I said, like a workout shake, having a workout, or pre-workout, post-workout shake, you know, as you're doing your warm down, then that's what you need to do. So I hope there's some handy little hints for you there, guys, on basically how to keep yourself hydrated, how to get the optimal performance out of your body. Yeah, you know what, it's a laugh, and it's, you know, it's a hobby and it's a sport and it's something that we do for social, but I'm sure there's many of you guys out there like me who actually really enjoy it and have sort of figured out that the more enjoyment I have of this sport, the better I want to be at this sport. Unfortunately, the better you've got to be at a sport, the more you've got to put into it. So I'm putting in the hours not just on the bike but off the bike as well. I want to make sure that every time I go for a ride, I'm in the right condition. I'm well hydrated, I'm well fed, I've got everything I need for that ride. I know what I'm going to need to do so I can ride the next day. So I hope you found this video informative in the very least. Let us know in your comments. Let us know what trail snacks you ride. What's worked well for you. Do you like taking poached egg or like a scrambled egg? Or not scrambled. I can feel the cogs turning. Boiled. Let me know if you take a boiled egg with you or something like that for that protein hit. Let me know whether or not you guys, what sandwiches you're taking. I hear a peanut butter and jelly burrito is a really good option. I can see why. You've got carbohydrates, you've got sugars in there, you've got protein in there, you've got everything you need in there. It's a really good trail snack. It's light, it's weight, you can pack it down small. Sounds perfect. So let me know if there's any weird and unusual ones you guys do. Let me know how you're coping with the heat as well. So also as well, don't forget to subscribe and like and leave a comment as well. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.